Welcome to CES 2014. I'm Lamore Schaffman here for RCR Wireless. With me is Jim Muth for Broadcom. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
So you have some exciting new announcements here with new chips that are being introduced here at the show. Is that correct?
That's right. We're talking, one of the exciting things that we're announcing is 5G, our Wi-Fi 5G chips. And so the 5G, take a step back and explain really what 5G is. So 5G is the fifth generation of wireless Wi-Fi technology, and it can get you to capabilities of over a gigabit per second in throughput. It's something that Broadcom launched 2 years ago, and we've been very successful in the market, has rapidly adopted 5G technology. So it started initially with APs, but it's moved its way to all the peripherals that use Wi-Fi today. So cell phones, tablets, gateways, routers, TVs, set-top boxes. So it's been a very rapid adoption, and part of that is the advantages of 5G. So 5G technology allows you to, within the home, get better coverage throughout the home. It allows you to have higher throughput at the various locations within the home. It also has the ability to use less power with your portable devices, and the reason for that is you get on, you get your data across, and then you go back to low sleep mode. So these are some of the advantages of why 5G has been very popular and has been rapidly adopted. And in fact, by the end of this year, we expect more than 50% of the Wi-Fi systems that are shipping will be 5G systems.
And when you're saying that more than 50%, is more 50% that you're using your technology, or what exactly does that mean overall?
Overall technology. So 5G is a technology that is a Wi-Fi standard. So Broadcom supports that technology and has been a leader since we were the first ones to launch this product over 2 years ago. But there are other players in the market as well. But so overall, more than 50% of the Wi-Fi systems will be shipping will be 5G technology, 11AC technology.
And that's actually quite important given the fact that we're here at CES. Everyone's talking about Internet of Things, or the Internet of Everything, depending on what kind of terminology you want to use. And we all are connecting everything in the home. So explain to us a little bit about how 5G is actually working.
So 5G is, 5G is give you a higher throughput. And the basics for that technology is, or some of the functions that go into that technology are beamforming, which will help you get to higher throughput and less dead zones throughout the home.
Wait, and what does that mean? How does beamforming actually work?
Well, beamforming is going to be where you have multiple antennas and a client from multiple antennas from the AP side or the access point side to a client which is somewhere within the home. And so as they're exchanging information, there's different active beamforming techniques where you exchange specific information between the client and the AP, and that allows the AP to make an intelligent decision about where to put the data over the antennas and how to arrange the data so that you can get a better receive signal ratio at the client, and that'll get you better throughput at that particular location.
So I would imagine that means lower latency, more data can actually be transferred, more timely.
Yes, so you get you're going to get more data through. So with the more data through, if you have a certain amount of data to transmit, it can happen much faster. So your portable device can then power down the Wi-Fi and be very intelligent about managing its battery supply. But it also frees up bandwidth for the other peripherals that are being used within the home. So the idea being that if you can, at the access point, be intelligent about how you're managing the bandwidth, the daughter or the father or the brother, whoever's using it, doesn't dominate all the bandwidth usage.
So you talked about beamforming. What are the other types of technologies that are involved in 5G?
Statistical time block coding and low density parity check are some of the other technologies that are part of the 11AC 5G standard, and those technologies also help with the coverage throughout the home and are also important in delivering the higher performance that you get with 5G.
Now, one of the questions that people always ask is the importance of software being embedded in chips. What is the importance of that, especially in your 5G chips?
So one of the things that we've done in the chips that Broadcom has announced here at the CES show this time is with the 43602 we do a full host offload. So what that does is there's a CPU in the AP or the access point or the router or gateway, and that's making intelligent decisions about how to allocate the bandwidth to other solution, all the peripherals in the home. If you can offload the processing of the raw data itself to our chip, which is the 43602, does that, then that allows you to use your full CPU bandwidth for making other intelligent decisions. You don't have to spend all your time processing data. And so our full dongle, our host offload software allows you to be able to offload the host in a way that frees up the CPU to do other processing.
So again, increased efficiency overall.
Increased efficiency, yes, correct, that's right, exactly.
So with regard to the 5G chips, are they being combined with other chips in order to create a more holistic ecosystem within these handhelds so that they're even, again, lower power, more efficient, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, absolutely, right. I mean, the name of the game is integration. So when the 5G chips first came out from Broadcom, they were standalone devices. But in handsets and tablets where you're very small and you need to be very power efficient, you start to combine it with other peripherals that are, or other functionality that's there. So Bluetooth would be one, FM is one, GPS is one. Certainly all of those things are in tablets and in cell phones. So those kinds of chips are coming out from Broadcom, and we have some of those now, and there will be certainly more in the pipeline, but certainly targeting the integration of 5G technology along with other functionality.
So looking down the road in about 5 years, what do you see happening? Anything that you can sort of give us a crystal ball in terms of what you see happening here at Broadcom, or overall even a trend in the marketplace?
Well, certainly if we're talking about Wi-Fi technology, 5 years from now we'll be moving from 5G to 6G. So certainly the next generation Wi-Fi technology, which is even higher bandwidth, multiple gigabits per second, is certainly coming. That technology will be used for very quick downloads. So tap your cell phone or your tablet to a kiosk or your TV, download a movie in a couple seconds and take it with you for use on the road. So there's always seems to be an unquenchable desire for growing bandwidth, and certainly I think 5 years from now it'll be the next generation will be out.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here at RCR Wireless at CES 2014. Stay tuned for more from the show floor.